Haunted Belleville. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Someone had seen the video we did on the investigation and had asked me about my paranormal kit. So I'm going to show you all my paranormal kit. And I'm going to show you how easy it is. And how you don't have to spend a lot of money. Now the box itself I got at the flea market. And I picked it up. I thought, you know what, I'm going to start my own paranormal kit and actually get it organized and put it in a box. So that's what I did. So this box here is kind of neat. Nice heavy wooden box. Let's see if I can get it. Museum series. So I thought that was cool. What do you think, John? I think I paid 20 bucks for this box, actually. Which, I don't like spending that kind of money on stuff. But I had to splurge, man. I seen this box. I said, you know, that'd be great. So, we're going to show you what's in it. Now, like I said before, you don't have to spend a lot of money. This is sage. I picked this up at the flea market. It's supposed to keep off or keep away evil or whatever. And sometimes I just smell it, you know. But I'm not burning it inside places, trying to do all that stuff. I just keep it in the box because, you know, maybe it'll keep a ghost or spirit from getting in the box and traveling along with me. I don't want to take any ghosts anywhere. So I keep the sage in the box. That's all. It's the only thing I use it for. Okay, now we got candles, which, of course, you know what these are for. Sometimes these ghosts like hot wax on their nipples. So we use the candles. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. But you might get a battery drain on your equipment, and now you're in a dark, scary place, and you can't see anything, but you have your kit on you. So, hey, you can light a candle. I got the lighter here. You know, a lot of these are just common sense things. Let's go ahead and put this out here. Okay, these here are music boxes. Of course, you know what these are. For dowels, and I like using these as trigger objects, and they also, you know, just kind of add that creepiness. I got a lighter, and it looks like I got a bag of anyway, we got extra batteries. We've got the simple thermometer temperature gauge laser, which is very, you know, economical. What, 15, 20 bucks? So that's a must-have in your paranormal box. And of course, you gotta have flashlights. I like to have a couple of different flashlights in case one goes out. You know, you got some headlamps. You've got a small flashlight, which can also be used during experiments, like a trigger object. Of course, you got walkie-talkies. Now, I use them to communicate back and forth, of course, with the other paranormal investigator that might be with me at the time, but also as a paranormal hunting tool, because what I'll do if I'm in a haunted location, or let's say a house or building, I will be in the basement, in the coldest, darkest part of the basement, and then I will send the other investigator up to the upper floor at the very top. So we've got all that space between us, and when we use the walkie-talkie back and forth to communicate, we might be able to pick something up that's in between the walkie-talkies. So, and of course we've got the voice recorder, which I use quite often, and it's a trigger object slash audio recorder. And I have picked up a couple little bleeps and things on here, and, you know, nothing too crazy, of course. Now, here's one that I use quite often, and it's the VHF UHF scanner. Now, you can pick these up. They're vintage. You can pick these up at flea markets and yard sales. Pretty cheap. And they're very effective. Let's see, turn this baby on. I'm trying to show you. There's a brightness button on here. But you got your brightness, you got your UHF, VHF, and the battery shouldn't be that low. Let's see here. Anyway, they do drain batteries. Well, it wasn't actually it. The last investigation we were at drained everything. So that's what happened with this one. Okay. So I got two of them. So they're great because, like I said, they scan UHF, VHF, and you never know how these ghosts are going to communicate or what they're going to be able to come through. So I try using old school devices. I try using digital devices. You know, here's another headlamp, flashlight. Now, trigger objects. I like to use balls. They're very sensitive. You set them up somewhere, put a camera on it, walk away for a couple minutes. You know, you can ask if there's any ghosts in this room. You can move the ball for us. And then you just leave the room for 5 minutes, put the camera on it, come back, check your footage. So that's one thing we like to use. And like I said, you can use pretty much anything as a trigger object. I like to use things that are sensitive. So something sensitive, like it wouldn't take much to make that ball roll. You know what I mean? And same thing with the music box. Maybe the ghost can manipulate the music box. And after it stops playing, maybe it'll start back up, you know. It's all a bunch of maybes because, you know, hunting ghosts, you got to try everything. Ghost detectors, I don't really take these on investigations, but these are like in-house ghost detectors. You put these in your house. And they're very sensitive. See, it's barely bouncing on here, so something paranormal might be able to trigger that. So, okay, we got, I think I showed you almost the dowsing rods. Very simple tool to use. Some paranormal investigators use them different ways. The fake ones, the fake paranormal investigators, will use them in a way where they will say to the empty room, if there's any ghost here, make the rods cross for a yes, and make them separate for a no. And then they ask the ghost all these questions, and boy, they get all kinds of action, you know. But that's for, you know, that's not the real paranormal investigators. The real ones, like myself, I use them personally as a way to try to pinpoint or find the area where there's more energy or there's some, you know, ghostly energy. So I kind of use them to find or to pinpoint, like maybe a porthole or something. So they're good for that. And you got some people that use them and some people that don't. Okay, let's see here. And of course, we take religion with us. I do. And this is what keeps me safe and keeps me not so scared. Because when you got Jesus on your side and you got a good relationship with the Lord, you ain't got too much to worry about. Okay? So I always make sure I keep that in mind, and I also wear a crucifix too. The holy water. Okay, someone had seen this in the box, and that's what they were asking about. They're like, is that holy water in your paranormal box? This is in case we run across a demon, okay? And we want to get it off of us or away from us or whatever. You pull this out and just go nuts with it, you know. So we got that. And probably the most important thing in the paranormal box, in case you see a ghost, there's something that you got to have. In case you see an actual ghost, okay, and you have an actual encounter, there's something that you got to have in your box. Roll of toilet paper. Trust me. You might need it. There's a couple more These are miniature pool balls. So I've got a variety of balls. I've got a variety of lights. And see, it doesn't take much. Now, of course, you can use the K2 meters or K1 meters and all them gadgets and stuff and infrared, and because you never know what's going to work. I mean, you can spend a bunch of money putting together a box if you want to. I don't want to because, like I said, less is more. But you never know what's going to work. So now we are going to be doing some more investigating. We're going to be going back to the building where we heard the footsteps. And we're going to set up some equipment, and we're going to do a couple tests. And I think we're going to take, speaking of infrared, I think we're going to take some infrared cameras and some cameras that are a little fancier than just a cell phone camera. Even though I do get the best results off of my cell phone camera. You've got all this fancy equipment out there. And what's the best ghost hunting tool? The cell phone. Of course, that's an older one. It doesn't have the camera on it. But yeah, I found that the best ghost hunting tool was, in fact, my cell phone. That's where I've caught most all of my good, compelling footage off. It was from a cell phone.